Hey all, today I want to talk about a book that for me is like a manual for interpersonal communication, for positive interpersonal communication. This is one of the very few books that I have read more than once. And for people that know me, I don't tend to read books more than once because I just feel like there's so many books that are constantly on my bucket list. And whenever I shorten that list, it just keeps expanding because there's more things I want to read. So very rarely do I read something more than once. But this is one of those books that I vouch for, and I think it's highly beneficial for anyone, especially if you're a human being on this earth and day to day you interact with people. This book is relevant to you. This book is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Now, also, I'd like to preface this by saying that while speaking, I will be looking a little bit here because I do have some notes and I don't want to miss anything out in this video because I think everything is highly relevant. So this book is it's fairly long, but also the lessons are very simple and compartmentalized. In today's video, I want to talk about my 3 favorite takeaways from this book. The first is to show genuine interest in others. Dale Carnegie emphasizes the importance of being genuinely interested in others. Now note the word genuinely. This means actively listening to them, asking questions about their interests, showing empathy. By focusing on others rather than yourself, you can build stronger relationships and also make people feel valued, which is highly important. On the topic of listening, it's better to also listen more than you talk. People love talking, especially about themselves. So this is no issue for quite a few people. Moreover, being a good listener is a great skill and it can benefit you tremendously. I remember Dalai Lama said that I think it was him that said that when you speak, you're saying something you already know. However, when you listen, you're opening yourself to the possibility of learning something new. The second key takeaway that I'd like to share from this book is to give sincere appreciation. Carnegie stresses the power of sincere appreciation as a means of building rapport and influencing others. He advises people to praise others for their achievements and their contributions in a genuine manner. In my case, I probably say that if I'm giving praise, what I learned from this book is it also helps to be quite specific in your praise. I really appreciate you for doing X, Y, Z. Also, when you do this and you recognize people's efforts, which is very important, you boost their self-esteem and motivate them to continue performing at their best or just continue doing things that you really appreciate and value in them. The final lesson, this is the third and final takeaway that I'd like to share with you from this book, is to avoid criticism and condemnation. Now, this is something that I think as humans we always default to. It's very easy for us to criticize people. I'm also very guilty of this. I criticize others and also I'm quite guilty of criticizing myself. But this more applies to criticizing in your interpersonal relations. So Dale Carnegie highlights the negative effects of criticism and condemnations on our interpersonal dynamics. Instead of pointing out other people's flaws or their mistakes, he suggests offering constructive feedback. These focus more on solutions rather than the problems. And through adopting a more non-judgmental belief system or attitude with others, you can foster an environment which, thanks to your actions, is more positive and supportive. And this, I think, can also create a butterfly effect amongst the people around you. When people see that you're bringing people up with you or you're giving positive words of affirmation rather than criticism. And if it is criticism, it's something that's constructive and more solution focused rather than focusing on the person as being a root of the problem. This can be quite beneficial in actually fostering that really beneficial environment. I've noticed in my personal life when I'm in certain interpersonal dynamics where I see when there's some issues, people are always solution focused. I notice that those type of dynamics are much more conducive to creating happier people, happier friends, more happy family members. So these are 3 points that I think are the key takeaways that I'd like to share with you from the book. I think these are the key takeaways that stood out most to me. They are, once again, showing genuine interest in others. Number 2, giving sincere appreciation for others. And number 3, avoiding criticizing and condemning others. So these are 3 points. There are way more points than this, but I don't think I can condense it into a short couple-minute video. So I think, once again, if you are a human who lives in this on this earth and you associate with others in hobbies, family, friends, work, if you associate with anyone, this book will be highly relevant to you. And definitely the takeaways that you get from this book are things that you can apply directly to your life. You read a bit of it, you go out, you try and apply it to your life, and you'll see the difference that it has. I definitely noticed the difference that reading this book and revisiting this book constantly has in my interpersonal dynamics. With that said, I hope that this video was relevant for you, and if you want to improve your communication, your interpersonal skills, I highly recommend that you give How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie a read. Thank you very much. I hope you found this video insightful. Until next time, I'll see you. Bye.